Welcome back to another new Pokemon set rant that I believe is justified. And from doing polls this week, waiting for all these cards to come out, the leaks from Poke Beach, I think that you guys all feel the same way. So no, the title is not clickbait. I think that Pokemon actually missed once again with Pokemon's newest set, Supercharged Breaker, and in Japanese, Paradise Dragona, coming out September 13th, I believe. So far, the only thing we've seen is the booster pack artwork and the ETB artwork and the booster box artwork. And let's start there. So the ETB artwork looks absolutely incredible. I love the purple with the yellow Pikachu. It looks sick. I love the icon of the logo. I think it's very Y2K from like these like old Dreamcast games like Jet Set Radio. I love it. I love the logo. But my main gripe with this set, and this can completely be on my wrong in my behalf of not understanding that Supercharged Breakers is going to be combined with the Dragon set that we were all waiting for impatiently. And I believe that the Dragon set, I mean, we were so excited and it was going to be one of the biggest sets that we were looking forward to in the Scarlet and Violet era, to now it's just completely overshadowed by what, Pikachu? So I do understand collectors' frustration. I really do like again, I'm gonna say this again, I like the art. The art is cool. We recently just seen the ETB promo being that Magneton top tier art, absolutely amazing artwork. That is one of the most beautifulest Magneton cards I've ever seen. Super sick. Not taking anything away from any of the cards that were previously leaked, but Pikachu is going to be the mascot for the Dragon set that we've been all dying to open. And I get it, this set's gonna be huge. Absolutely huge. I don't know if you guys seen the full details of how big this set is going to be, but it's going to be a big set. And with that, I understand there's going to be a bunch of dragons. I'm gonna get my dragon fix, and so are you. But it just doesn't really feel like we're getting a dragon focused set, and that's my main gripe. If you guys know this channel, you guys know I'm mainly in Japanese. I open a few English products here or there if I find them on sale. But it's in Japanese, we're gonna get the booster box, at least the artwork of the Executor, our Alolan Executor, and the Latias flying around on an island. I think that booster box is going to be beautiful just as a collection piece back there, or a display piece. And I just wish that Pokemon in the USA, I wish that they would just have the Japanese set, like the theming of the set, right? So like I said, in Japanese it's Paradise Dragona, but in English with the same artwork focused on just the dragons. That's what I personally thought was going to happen, but no, we get Supercharged Breakers, and it is what it is. And this is kind of how I felt when the 151, all the artwork eventually came out, and we got to see what was going to be in that set. I was very disappointed, just because I wanted the set to be bigger with so many amazing 151 Pokemon. Just the set could have just been so much bigger and so much better. And I just wanted to ask you guys, do you guys feel like these sets, even the specialty sets, do they feel a little rushed to you guys like they do to me? I really hope that Pokemon learns from the SV era that a lot of these sets are going to sit around because we are getting buyer's fatigue. If we just take a little bit longer time to build up these sets, make them huge booster box sets, that the masses will have more money to buy and be willing to spend more compared to throwing out all these random sets. Like, for example, the latest set, Shrouded Fable. I know that set is by far the most hated set in the SV era, and that's probably as bad as that is going to get in this era. But to not get any dragon types on the ETB is just criminal to me. To have Pikachu as the mascot, I'm starting to lose hope in the SV era. Do I love the art? The art is amazing. The pools are amazing. I've said that in past videos that this may be the greatest era so far, and I think it still is. But the art direction and the focus of certain sets, it just seems all over the place. To combine dragons with electric type Pokemon, I think that's what they're doing here. Doesn't make too much sense to me. At this point, I would have been more happy, and I'm sorry if I'm sounding complaining or picky, but if I don't know, I know Charizard's not a dragon, but if there was a Charizard on the freaking ETB, but Pikachu, I just want to ask why. Why is there not a dragon on the ETB? Or if Pokemon wanted to make a Supercharged Breaker set, put that in another, like a Shroud of Fable. Put that in a smaller set. Let us enjoy some dragons. We haven't had a dragon set in over, I think, 2 decades? A decade? And to now just be completely overshadowed by Pikachu. And I love Pikachu. Pikachu's great. I love the little guy, but man, again, Pokemon just completely dropping the ball. And I could be wrong. Supercharged Breakers could be the best set in the entire era, and I could be eating my words because it's going to throw so many different dragons at me that I'm not even going to know what to do with them, but I highly doubt it. Hell, I would have took a Hydrapple on the ETB. I'd be like, hey, at least it's a dragon. At least we got a dragon. Or just literally any dragon type Pokemon on AETB, but I could just be nitpicking. I could just be hating. It seems like there's very mixed reviews on Reddit and on PokeBeach that people are just saying, wait, so we're not getting the dragon set, it's being combined in English, but that's what they do. That's what we do in Japanese. We combine usually 2, maybe 3 sets in Japanese to make one big English set, but it's going to be very interesting with this one. I was having a discussion with a friend talking about Crown Zenith, and he threw out the idea of maybe we're gonna get, a lot of these cards on the back end, kind of like we did with Crown Zenith. One of my biggest gripes in the Sword and Shield era was that Astral Radiance had a Darkrai on the ETB, but we did not get an alt art. But then, for some reason, we got that alt art in Crown Zenith. It seems like Pokemon just decides to pick certain cards out and then throw them into a giant specialty set with a bunch of good hit ratios, which can totally be the case for this era as well. Do I agree with them doing that, or do I like that? No, I think that they should just freaking put the alt arts that should have been in those sets to boost that set. I mean, I think if that Darkrai card was in Astral Radiance with some texture and advertised as a big alt art, it could have done a little bit better. I'm a big fan of Astral Radiance. I know it's not loved. I think it's one of the least loved sets in the Sword and Shield era, but a good card and a good set nonetheless, in my personal opinion. So I may sound completely pessimistic and completely worried about the future of the Pokemon TCG in the Scarlet and Violet era, but I'm just looking at history. They've thrown pretty trash products at us and pretty rushed sets. And like I said earlier in this video, when 151 came out, I was like, how are they gonna blow it? And they, in my personal opinion, I think that they blew it. I think that set could have been so much bigger and so much better. It felt really small. It felt like people were master setting it pretty easily after the first month, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much where it died. It's still a sought after set. It's still going to be very investable for the future. People are going to love that set for many years to come, but it didn't really scratch my itch. And all of this video has me thinking, with all of our hearts set on that Team Rocket return set, or the Glory of Team Rocket set, how can Pokemon blow it? I think we are completely not out of danger when it comes to that Team Rocket set. That Team Rocket set can be a super small set like Shrouded Fable and piss off the entire community. But I'm going to try to stay optimistic and just kind of expect the worst. I guess that's kind of an oxymoron, but it is what it is. Pokemon's going to do what they're going to do. And I really hope that Glory of Team Rocket set is going to be huge with so many SARs and ARs and awesome trainers. They can do so much with that set. That set could be incredible. And then hopefully we get a huge, giant alt-art set, the Crown Zenith set towards the end of the era. And then we move on to SV10, baby. And looking forward to that. And then I'm going to be complaining about that for another 3-4 years. I'm just kidding. I love Pokemon. I love the SV era. I think it's been great. I think there's been a lot of swings and a lot of misses, but also a lot of home runs. So let me know what you guys think. Am I crazy? Am I on the island on this one? Were you looking forward to the Dragon set as much as I was? If you guys haven't watched the last Poke Corner podcast, I'm gonna link that right around here, where me and my boy were talking about getting the potential of getting a Dragonite card in this era. To me, I think that now with the supercharged breakers coming out, that chance has been dropped down. Even though I believe in Obsidian Flames or in the SV era, Dragonite has electric type moves, so he's had Thunder Punch in the game, so maybe he might make an appearance. We'll see. We're going to have to wait and find out. But until next time, I'll catch you guys with the fresh new video. Peace.